What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5 with another car that could genuinely be considered as one of the best cars in this game. So this short little series that I have going on the channel, I basically tried to find and check out some random cars. Well, they're not really random. They are cars that are very good at something. But obviously what I tried to do is I tried to check out if they're good for anything else, such as drifting, such as racing on the road or whatever. And if they're good enough to even get like top 1000 or something on them, they could be considered as one of the best cars in this game. And that is pretty much what we're going to be doing in today's video. Now, Dom on the Discord that I have, obviously you guys can join, but Dom is one of the members of that Discord, and he said that I should try the Mclaren F1 GT because this could be very good for everything. So that's what the whole series is about, is a car that can be good at everything. I don't need it to be just good at racing on road. I don't need it to be just good at drifting. I need it to be good at everything. So there's very few amount of cars that's able to do every single thing in this game and do it well. So that's why the series isn't really that massive, if that makes sense. The tune that's on this car right now is a power build tune. I haven't driven this thing in so long, like I forget how to drive it, literally. I think I need to change to like sync steering as well with this thing, but it's mad driving this thing because you need so much throttle control just to feel out the way you're supposed to be taking these corners. But this thing is so fast if you drive it properly. It's at the top of S1. I think even stock it's at the top of S1, but you can actually upgrade the power of this thing and everything, and it'll still stay at the top of S1, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. If I go to my tunes here that I have, there you go. This is the tune that's on it. For whatever reason, I load this tune and it changes every single time. My 0 to 60 or whatever changes every single time. It is the same tune that's on this thing that I have selected. But if I select it again, you can see that the grip for whatever reason is down. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's happening. This is the tune that's on it regardless. But for whatever reason, the actual stats, they seem to change. Look at the stats though. 1,240 horsepower, 1,241 newton meters of torque, and it weighs much less than that. Like 100 kilos less than that is pretty ridiculous, and it stays, like I said, at the top of S1, which is pretty mad, if you ask me. So yeah, this is the car in question for today. Now I'm not going to be checking this out for racing on the road. We already know that that's going to be very good. First of all, it's right now on stock tires, it's incredibly good. If you put this thing on race tires or slick tires, it'll be even more extreme and it'll handle even better. Plus, if you give it some aero, my god, this thing will be just an absolute monster in S2. So I'm not going to be checking it out for on-road racing. However, I kind of want to check this thing out for off-road racing. A bit of rally racing, maybe a little bit of cross-country. And then, of course, last but not least, I really want to try it out for drifting. Because, yeah, those are the two other things that we need the car to be good at. If it's good for on-road racing, then obviously it'll be able to do anything such as the speed zones and some speed traps. And, of course, winning or getting really good times on the rival leaderboards as well. So I'm not going to be checking that out. However, like I said, I'm going to be checking it out for the dirt races and cross-country races, and then of course drifting, which again will be because of the drift zones. So let's see how close we can get to the top of, you know, the world in the leaderboards for a bunch of those. So I now need a tune for this thing. Now, this is the setup I decided to go for with my car. Weighs 951 kilos, which is stupid, and it makes 1,224 horsepower. Now I built this thing for a little bit of rally racing slash cross-country racing. So I want to try it out and see what it's like for those. I feel like it's going to be really low to the ground regardless. I don't really know exactly how this is going to go, but like I said, I'm going to have to adjust a lot of things here to get this thing kind of decent to drive off-road. I even gave it aero as well because I feel like that's going to be very useful, especially on like some of the smaller tracks as well. But again, you can adjust all this sort of stuff on the fly anyway, depending on what track you're driving on and you want to try get some records set in. So I need to stretch my gears out. I already know this. I already know I need to stretch my gears out. But yeah, I'm going to probably try to do the Descenso run as well in this thing, which I feel like is going to go very poorly because it's really low to the ground. But there are some cars in this game that, even though they are like proper race cars, they still do really well off-road. Like the Lola is just, why is that so good off-road, you know? So that's why I think this could also be very good. But yeah, let me slap a quick little tune on this thing and I will be right back. Try to do a quick little Caldera Scramble run with this thing. Let's see what it's like. This is the stats for it. Horsepower and torque is pretty much identical, and then it has such a small amount of weight. I slapped a quick little tune onto this thing just to get it to drive a little better. I don't know if it's going to be very good for this track. I feel like I need to make my gear ratios a little bit shorter, but I feel like it has enough power and enough torque that I should be fine. I probably could have changed the wheels as well to maybe get this thing to have even more power if I just gave it like some worse wheels. But I think as soon as I did anything else to it, oh my god. As soon as I did anything else to this car, it would immediately jump up into X class there. So that's why I didn't do anything else. The power is mental on it though. My god. You can see what the king of this track is so far. That Mercedes is unbelievably good. That Mercedes is basically, or this car is basically the predecessor to that Mercedes. Am I wrong in saying that? Am I wrong in saying that Mercedes CLK GTR is basically the car that came out after this? Oh, I messed up. Okay, I think I may need to get this thing to be either a little bit more rear biased or just the way I turn it into corners to have it so it oversteers a little bit more, because by the looks of things, as soon as I start accelerating, the front end pulls me a little bit too much, making this understeer slightly. Ugh. Yeah, it just understeers me. It makes me go a little wider than what I'm wanting, so I may change that a tiny bit. Overall though, other than that, oh, the little Caldera Scramble circuit, this thing is so fast. That's the corner that I wanted. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to be able to use my power. Something better cornering though than the Merc. Oh. It is difficult to use my power on this thing, man. If I do like nice clean corners, it's actually very good. Yeah, it's just the power is just too much for it. Oh my god. It just keeps going wider and wider. Yeah, the Merc just has more grip, but I mean that thing is like heavily meta, you know? I can't just be like, you know, this is gonna beat the Merc, because I know it won't beat it. The Merc is so meta in this game, like you use it for so many different events. Even if that guy's run maybe isn't really the best. This thing is just not the meta, you know. I can't just be like, I'm gonna get close to the Merc, because it's just not gonna happen. Or sorry, I beat it. I can get close to the Merc, but I'm not gonna be able to beat it. Is that the fastest 39.391? I think that is the fastest that I've done so far, right? It's just the shunt of it. The shunt of it, like when it just starts putting down its power and accelerating. So 39.3, I want to have a look at where I am in the world with that. Or thereabouts, because I know I'm not going to be like really high up on the leaderboards, but it's a really fast car off-road. I still need to check it out for cross country, which I'm gonna do right now. But I just want to have a quick look at where I am with that. Like, it's just not. I don't think this is the right track for this. If I chose maybe something like a sprint race, which is why I think cross country I think is gonna be very good for this car, because it's basically just a massive sprint race, right? So 39.3. Like, that's not even that slow. Why is that my ghost? Why is that guy my... I don't even know what that guy's time was, but... 39.3? I'm still well into like top 500s. I'm pretty sure I'm around like top 500. And you can see even that guy used the McLaren F1 GT, the one right underneath me. But yeah, you can see at the very top of the leaderboards, all these guys, even the top 100s, are the Mercedes CLK GTRs. So you can see what I mean by that car being heavily OP. But that's really good. Easy top 500 car on that track. Very, very, very easy top 500 car on that track. Now let's try this one. The reason why I like to try this one is because it doesn't have like a lot of corners for cross country, but what I do really, really like about this track is that it has so many jumps and hops and everything that you have to go through to be able to get a good time, and the car needs to be able to handle it. So that's why I really, really like this. And there's so many different things. Again, cheated scores probably at the top of the leaderboards. I've never tried this track by the looks of things. Mercedes CLK GTR, again, is at the very top. As usual, very OP car. Super, super good. Mulder's there. The Hoonigan RS is there. I've never set a time on this track in S2, so let's try do it in the McLaren F1 GT. Let's see if this thing is actually capable of doing anything good here. I'm going to probably get rid of a bit of aero as well so I can increase my top speed because I don't really need it that much. So I'll try to do that real quick here before we start, and maybe change my tune just slightly because I don't really need it to like oversteer too much on this track. Alright, let's go for it. Let's see. Be careful with the first jump here as well. Okay. We got grip, let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god, this has so much. Bro, this has so much grip. Oh. Oh my god. I got rid. Oh, okay. There it goes. I was supposed to say I got rid of the downforce, but it's still like pushing itself into the ground so hard. Oh my god, I didn't expect that. What the hell? Yo. Alright, let me try that again. I did not expect that whatsoever. Yeah, when it comes to slowing down, I need to be a little bit more prepared. Oh, front end is off the ground. Can't steer. Okay, we're back at it again. 7th gear. I messed up this run already, but it's fine. We'll just continue it. It's kind of like a practice run. That was terrible. I don't know what. Like, it just bounced so much more. Nice and easy, nice and easy. And lift. Okay, careful now. Bit of a questionable start, but the car already feels better. I changed my aero on it as well as the suspension setup a tiny bit. Because I felt like... Oh my god, I barely caught that. I felt like this thing was a bit too floaty, and then every single bump and everything was just sending it sky high. And I wasn't able to recover, so... I made it now, so it's a little bit easier to control. But its top speed is slightly less, which I think is perfect. That jump is absolutely killer there. Like, it just sends it so far off course. That is very annoying. Brakes are very good, though. Don't expect this run to be like anything decent, but careful now. Yeah, I was just gonna say I need to start steering to the right, but it just wasn't going there. It's hard to control this thing. It's so low to the ground, it just bounces off everything. Oh my god, man. If I can do just one completable run, I'll be happy, but I feel like I need to try and beat this and go significantly faster because this is just a joke of a run. It's so slow. That was... I was gonna say, should I even check where I was in the world? I don't think I'm bothered even. I'm just gonna click the restart button and then go again. I think I can easily do sub 150. I think it's very easily done. It's just, I need to be careful with the way I drive. That's literally it. Told you. Told you it's very much possible. Told you it was going to be easy. I just needed one good run. That's it. It's a 148. I'll take a 148. We'll move on from that. I actually don't even remember what times were on this track, but 148 I'll take. I think that's okay. The thing is though, I'm pretty sure in S1 you can get the Camaro that I had. I'm pretty sure that got like a 152 or some shit like that. So it's close to that. Like, it's hard to go much faster here. Like, it's not that type of track. It's not that type of track. You just need a lot of grip. As much grip as you possibly can have. Let's have a quick look at where I am. I love this track, man. I absolutely love it. Just going that fast downhill is the funniest thing ever. Oh yeah, I'm actually not that far off from, like, what's it? Top 100. Oh, wow. I'm really not that far off. Well, I'm definitely top 1000. I'm not top 100. Top 100 could actually be possible with this thing. Like, I'm not even gonna scroll to my, like, I'm not even gonna, like, go look at my name. Like, I'm just gonna scroll down to this list and I'll find myself. There's this dude in a Mercedes from my club. There's this dude again in a Mercedes from my club. And I, like, stuck myself. I'm 130th in the world with this thing. Like, it's very fast. It's really, really fast. That's a very, very good time with this car. Damn. I'm impressed. I definitely expected it to get top 1000 because it just felt really good. I definitely didn't expect this thing to be like almost top 100, which you can still do, I think, with some better driving. But damn, very, very good. All right, let's check it out as a drag car really quick and try to see a couple of runs that we can try and do with this car on again for the rivals leaderboards for the drag times, and then see if this thing can actually be good for drag racing as well. Should I try this guy's tune? I don't even know if this is the best tune or not, but let's try this guy's tune. See what he's saying for his. Okay. A lot more power, a lot less, a lot more weight. Well, sorry, it's not a lot more weight. It's like not even like 20 kilos, or it is like 21 kilos or something like that, whatever it was. Okay, interesting stuff. I don't even know what this is built for, but this is just some random tune that I found. Should I just do it on the festival strip? I'm down to do it just on the festival strip, just to see what it's capable of there. So by the looks of things, the fastest run that I've done so far is the Diablo GTR, obviously, which this is just not going to get beaten. The Diablo GTR is the fastest drag car in this game. But we'll try to see how close we can get to that. So around the 12-second mark for this. I'm going to try to do a run, or a couple of runs with it just normal manual, and then I'll change to manual with clutch, and see what it's like with that as well. But I honestly do feel like this is still also going to be very, very fast for drag racing. I short shifted. I thought I had to short shift there. This is really fast. That was a mistake from me. That's really fast. Damn. I didn't expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. This is really, really quick. That's a drag car. For people that don't know, the Diablo GTR is literally just, it's like by far the fastest car. This is still up there though. 0.3 of a second. Again, I hit limiter a couple times as well. And plus I'm not manual with clutch. Jesus. Okay, what's that? Let me collect my reward and I'll swap over to what the hell? What is it doing? What is it doing? I want to swap over to the run that I did in my Diablo. That's why I wanted to swap over. I want to pick myself as my ghost. I want to try to see if I can beat myself. Because I feel like I'm going to be very, very close to, first of all, what that guy's gotten. And, let me go over to myself. 12.086. Okay. Slap that on. Select that. I'm going to go manual with the clutch as well, so we can change gears a little bit quicker. I have to pay attention, though. Because I don't really know where the red line on this thing is. I also don't, like, this is just some random tune, by the way, that I downloaded. This isn't, like, my own tune. This isn't a well-known tune, I don't think. This is just some random tune that I picked off of the thing. And you could find so many random terrible tunes online. Oh my god, it's so much faster manual clutch. Yeah, whatever. Jesus. That is so much quicker manual with clutch. Okay, 247 off. This doesn't feel like it was built for this track though. It was definitely built for a longer track, I think. Because by the looks of things, it still accelerates well past the flags. Basically, when you're building a drag car, you want to max out your gearing for when you hit the flag, basically. The final flag, the finish line. 217. I'm like just going faster and faster. Again, this is just some random tune that I downloaded. This is a very good drag car. I want to bring it on a longer track though. Is the one where the temple is that shorter? I think that might be a shorter track. If I bring it over to the mile-long track, maybe? Should I try that? The mile-long track is the one at the airstrip, so we can probably try that. So this one is there, and then this one is shorter slightly. So 0.6 of a mile, 0.5, and then the mile-long one. We'll try the mile-long one and see what's there. Have I done a run with this thing? On here? I have, with the aerial item. Oh, I'm nowhere near anything. I don't even... How did I manage to fail my run? What did I even do? I don't even remember what I did to fail my run. It's so odd. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, how do people fail their runs on this? But I don't remember it. I don't know what I did to fail it, but I did. Alright, let's do a run. It seems a lot more plausible that this car was built for the mile-long track, as you can see. 17.8. Jesus. Okay, I'll have a look at some of the times here around where I am with that run. And we'll leave it off there. We'll move on to the drift build. It's very fast. It's a very, very fast car. Really quick too, like acceleration-wise it's very quick. Has a stupid amount of grip off the line. It puts its power down really, really well. Especially as an all-wheel drive with the drag tires. It's just good. It's just very good. Alright. Let's have a look at the times and then we'll change over to some drifting. Okay, I'm top 1% at least. 53,000. I'm in the middle of all the Diablos. Like, it's just a random... Oh god, that is kind of funny though. That is kind of funny. There's a Rimac just randomly there. Codex Egg. Like, you'll have these random cars every now and then pop up. But the Diablo GTR, as you can see, rules this. Okay, again, random tune, random run, and I did that. That's not too bad. I can even try and test this thing out for jumps. Thing is though, there's no better car in this game. I mean, you'll be able to get 3 stars on all jumps, but you won't be able to get anywhere near the top 1,000 for any of the jumps. First of all, they're glitched. Second of all, there's a lot of cheaters on the jumps. And third of all, the Koenigsegg is just better. The Koenigsegg is just the best by far. Especially for really, really long jumps. So there's no point of even trying the jumps with this car. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on. I'll try to slap a quick little drift tune on it. It'll be a power... sorry, not power. It'll be a point drift tune as well. I feel like with rear-wheel drive tunes, especially on cars like this, they just don't work great. So all-wheel drive is probably the best way to do it. Again, rear-wheel drive tunes on mid-engine cars, just not great. Not great for drifting. But as soon as you slap all-wheel drive on them, they're a little bit better. So we'll have a look, especially since this thing is like 2 miles long itself. We'll see what it drives like. Alright. Well, here's the point drift build. It's a little awkward and it's a little weird because I made it so the front end kind of grips up a lot. I had it before where the front end would just kind of just be there, basically. I initially started off with this build and I was testing it out and the back end would just overtake the front so easily and I wasn't able to catch it again, so I kind of worked on my tune a little bit more. It didn't take that long to figure out because I knew what I had to do to be able to get it to drive the way I wanted to drive. But I basically made it now, so the front end has a lot more grip. I'm not sending this thing fully sideways. I will probably do it on some of the corners, but I am kind of terrified to send this thing fully sideways. So this is what you get. Because I will fully lose it. But you can get it to snap really easily as well. So basically you just go from one direction to another. The thing is though, that's the only issue that I have with it, right? Especially with a lot of point drift builds. It's hard to keep them very, very stable. I mean, there's a lot of different tunes that you can try and do and all that sort of stuff. So this, like with a point drift tune, it can't all be the exact same on every single car. Because for some cars you will end up getting, you know, point drift tunes that are for, you know, front engine rear wheel drive cars as standard, and then you make them all wheel drive and all that. But then there's cars like this, which is mid engine rear wheel drive, and now I changed it to mid engine all wheel drive, and it just, the handling is different. It's just not the same. But it is very much capable of laying down serious lines. And it does a really, really good job at it as well. But, like I said, it's just the setup has to be completely different, and I need to work a lot more on the setup of this thing. Because of the fact that it's just the layout that it has, basically. It's not a bad drift car, but I think with a little bit more work it can be a lot better. It's miles better than a lot of the other cars that I've driven. There's many other cars, especially point drift builds, that I've driven that just suck in this game. Like they're just bad. Like it's either people sending me stuff on the Discord, or it's just like random tunes that I find. But it's there's a lot of them that I'll end up like, see, like getting the rear end to not overtake the front, especially in situations like that, it's kind of difficult to get done just right. Again, because this thing is so rear heavy. Again, like I said, the engine being, it says in the middle, but this thing is like 2 feet long, you know? What am I talking about? 2 feet long. I was about to say, it's 2 miles long, not 2 feet. I don't know why I thought about feet instead. But yeah, this thing is like 2 miles long, especially with the extended wheelbase and the extended like body. And it's just a crazy car in general. So, but it being so long, it's just, it makes sense for it to be a much worse drift car. Like point drifting anyway. There we go, fully off the road. I think this can pull 1.2 mil if I build it properly. But right now with like whatever setup that I have on it, I think pulling 1.08 is a bit poor. I'm gonna try again. I don't like having just that score. I feel like this is so much more capable of getting a much higher score than what I've just done there. Yeah, my tune is still a little bit iffy, but there's 115. I'm telling you, like, 1.2 is definitely possible with this car, but it just needs a slightly better tune. 1.2 is a very good score as well, especially post-patch, post-everything. 1.2 mil is quite a decent score. As you can see, my personal best is 1.23, so I think it's possible to get the 1.2. Slightly more work on this tune. I ended up fixing quite a lot of the issues that I had on that first run that I had. It just seems a little bit smoother to drive now and a little bit nicer. I'm still on sim steering as well, but it's just, like I said, it just seems a little bit smoother, and I feel like I have more control over the car itself instead of it just doing random things and then me having to like kind of figure out how to fix the issue, you know, how to fix the slide. Whereas now I'm sending it sideways and I actually have confidence in getting to the corner and getting through the corner and, you know, not going off road and all that sort of stuff. So as you can see, a lot more control over it. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe, like this video, and go over to the Discord or just the links down below. You can check those out. And follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and everything else in between. And of course, you can also join the Discord server. We're almost at 5,000 members, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty impressive. So if you guys want to go ahead and join that, feel free to do so. But for now, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.